Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, everywhere. This is Faisal, your presenter today, and we are going to talk to you about today about GWT Millionaire Circle and how the business growth is happening and can happen for all our distributor members in the GWT Millionaire Circle. So let's start today on the subject of timing. Timing is everything. It can happen so fast or a little too late. Yes, timing is really everything. So we taking this example, your friend who has joined the Global Wealth Trade GWT Millionaire Circle distributor business in the Millionaire Circle team, right? And at that time, your friend has a common wing and your friend has a personal wing, right? So your friend has invited you to join the business, in the personal wing, right? Okay, and you looked at the situation, you thought, well, my friend is new in the business, what he or she knows about it, and has not made any earnings. So you say to him or her, well, my friend, you haven't done anything yourself. I'll wait and see what you do, and then I will join. Okay, your friend is joined with a vision, okay, and understanding the business, growth, looking at the company. This is the fastest growing designer brand in the world. You want to wait? Okay, he said. Your friend says, fine. What can I do? So some time passes and you see that your friend's business is growing. There are more network, more distributors joining in the network on both the wings of your friend's business. And now things start clicking in your mind. Well, this is maybe for me as well. Maybe I can do. This is a business which is in which somebody has to be a good student and a good coach, and all the training is available. All the supply chain managers, the upline leaders are so helpful. They're all available. Why not join? So you join the business. Now when you join the business, remember, there are some distributors that have already joined. So now whatever you would do in your common wing or in your personal wing, that would benefit these distributors. But it's not the other way around, because that opportunity for you to take advantage of the personal business of these people, these distributors, has gone, because your friend was very right to invite you before, but you waited, you procrastinated, and you thought that you should take more information, you should know everything, you should not jump in. You should have every knowledge, how to do it, go in detail, how to earn every penny, and then you will make a decision. Some people think it is wise and they wait, but this is what we are seeing in here. What happens when you wait like this? When you are seeing an amazing opportunity, as Sir Richard Branson said, when you are introduced to an amazing opportunity, join it and then learn how to do it best. So anyway, we come back to our example here, okay? And let's also assume that the first year, because this is business, this is not a hobby, first year is spent on building the business. So we're not considering any income out of that. This is all efforts. This is a business. This is a long-term planning. This is your financial freedom. And let's just not assume any earnings that happened over here with the people that joined the business before. Even though there would be, because GWT is the fastest growing designer brand. GWT has the highest per distributor industry ratios, and the highest industry distributor retaining ratios. So there will be a lot of activity, but just to be on the conservative side, I'm saying assume that first year is just spent on building the business. Okay, now from second year onwards, okay, let's see what happens. So these distributors, helped by the supply chain managers, helped by the sponsor, helped by the whole team, helped by the industry explosion in luxury designer goods in the world, a recession proof industry, are making some earnings now. And let's assume that the earnings and same goes for you, but let's assume that the earnings for those people on a monthly average was about, for second year, $1,000 a month. Just stay very conservative, even though we have in GWT many leaders, okay, distributors who are actually earning not 1,000 but 10 times, 100, even 100 times than this. But results are not typical, right? And results vary from person to person. So we are just giving you here an example and staying very conservative. So what would happen? 3 people, $1,000 a month, 12 months, $36,000. Who gets it? I'm sorry, not you, because the timing for you was when your friend had initially invited you to take this position, to take this spot. You had waited for a while to see if your friend does make some business growth, but this business is now grown. Now this was not visible to you at that time a month ago because it was not happening. So you wanted to see, but you couldn't imagine at that time that what could happen in a year by just making this delay in 1 year's time, 1 month's time, for example, right? So in a year that could mean $36,000. Again, as I'm saying, results are not typical. It can differ from person to person, but we are taking a very conservative example over here. And so that money could have been legally yours if you had not delayed joining the business when you were invited. If you had said yes, less like your sponsor, your friend had said yes when the business was presented to him or her, right? So that was like not a small amount to me, okay? But that's just the first year. We're not in a business for just 1 year or 2 years or like this. This is a legacy business we are building, right? So what about the years to come? GWT is already 10 years in the business, but still a young company, actually growing faster than ever now. So you see, so let's just look further into detail. So again, I'm staying very conservative here. Again, if we stay on a very conservative growth ratio of 20% year on year, again, this is a business, this is an industry, this is a company. Look at the track record, month on month or year on year. Our growth rate is much more higher than the 20% that I'm taking over here. But as I've said, results are not typical, so I have to stay conservative. I have to be looking at the minimum side of it, or the safer side of it, to put it in right words. So in 5 years on that ratio, team earnings for you from those whom you lost by not joining when you were invited. I'm talking about the distributors that joined the business when your friend invited you and you did not join, but they joined and you came after them. Your business will still grow. Your business will still grow, inshallah. Okay. But what about the opportunity, the volume of business that you lost? And we're talking about that one. In 5 years, by that ratio, that could mean to $400,000. In 10 years, that could mean to $2 million. I'm going to think about it. Really, I'm going to think about it. By not joining when invited, by trying to just make an excuse, or just looking at other things that keep us busy, not producing any real income, delaying that moment, or just by looking at the $500 or $499 Canadian, which is in some ways around 450 or less US dollars, okay, let's say around 1,600 Emirati dirhams, UAE dirhams, right? Just looking at that amount as too much to risk versus that, what is at the risk, staying very conservative, as I've said in the figures before, over a 5-year period or over a 10-year period, that cannot come back because that opportunity is lost by delaying. So again, as I've said, results are not typical, but because each person has a different way. But we're talking about very conservative figures over here from the industry ratings, from the GWT historical trending, right? We're using the very low figures over here for our calculation. So how to benefit from this point onwards? Time gone is gone. How to benefit from now? Well, stop procrastinating. Join now. This is the answer. Join now. And as as people have said that people like Mr. Warren Buffett must have advised us that you must have a second income plan. Always do not rely on just one income plan. Have a second income plan. And what Sir Richard Branson said: when an amazing opportunity is presented to you, take that opportunity and start and then learn how to do it best. Do not just let other excuses, other distractions get into the way of your legacy business, your freedom of time and of choice. Well, I hope this training was useful, and I hope that my message was useful and it did convey to you. Again, I know some of you will see it, some of you will not. Those who see it, I welcome them to contact me or any of our distributors in GWT Millionaire Circle. And we are here, the whole team is here. In GWT, the policy is no member is left behind. So we literally live that policy, and our distributors know it. Just contact the person who invited you to GWT, and have an amazing, blasting future. Thank you very much.